Hare Krishna. Today our satsang is 8th chapter, 6th sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Sri Krishna is telling, now let's see what he wants to say. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajatyanjante kalevaram tam tameva iti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. So this is the most secret sloka of Bhagavad Gita, which reveals how our future, our rebirth is determined, how future rebirth is fixed. So, Lord Sri Krishna is telling, whatever state of being one remembers is important. So what you remember at the time of death is countable. All else is delusion. What you have done, what you have not done, whether you are a saint or a sinner, anything. The test is what you remember at the time of death. So death is the only exam you will face to set your future. We are all worried about our future. Future before death and future after death. Future before death, we have planned so many things, we are struggling with karma, etc. But all living entities are helpless after death. We don't know what will happen. And we don't know how we got this birth, and we don't know what will be our next birth. So that all confusions have been eradicated by Lord Sri Krishna in this sloka. So very important. So those who are really concerned about their bright future must take this sloka seriously. Because this life, maximum number of people's life I am talking, about 99.99%, all are miserable. Whatever state of being they may have, rich, poor, is not the question. They are miserable. They are unhappy with their present situation. And they curse destiny, God, so many things. So this should not get repeated in our next birth, should be our target. With all our intelligence, mind, karma and efforts, endeavors, we have failed to make our life happy in this present life. So what will happen after death? Will the life will be more miserable than this? No. Krishna is putting everything to you now. Whatever state of being you remember, whatever state of mind you remember a big life, life in heaven, you will go heaven. You remember lust, you will get birth as a lusty person. You want money, you will take birth as businessman. So our present life also reveals our past life, because in last life at the time of death we sorted this type of birth. And this birth, this state of being, this state of life reveals that we are wrong. We thought that this type of life will bring us happiness, joy forever, but the things happen in a reverse way, in a contrary way. So now the intelligent student will be very alert to set his future fixed. So what will be the best future for us? The best future is to get rid of this material life where birth, death, disease, old age, anxiety, tension, sorrow, misery, pain exist. And they come of their own accord without our will. So this is the intelligence of a good student. And what is the best life? Krishna has said that yes, I will give you the best life. I have my own planet, and that is called Goloka. That is also a Vaikuntha, where no birth, no death, no disease, no old age, no karma, nothing nonsense, where there is only an eternal happiness. So for that you should strive. And how to gain? Now you have to remember, because Krishna says whatever state of being one remembers. So we are remembering certain things. Now we remember all nonsense things. We remember our political news, our family affairs, our relative affairs, all nonsense, unwanted affairs. So this we have to eradicate. We have to remove all this nonsense. And we should always remember Krishna now. This should be our target. Because that remembrance is going to set your future now. This remembrance will bring you permanent joy. And this remembrance will get you a comfortable planet beyond miseries. So Krishna's, and also one point is there. At the time of death, Krishna is. So death is uncertain, unnoticed. It comes at any time. And as such, we have to get prepared every time. So that is the exam, and that is the test you have to undergo. And if you just remember Krishna at that time, you will go to Krishna directly. And mistakenly, if you do not remember him and remember something else, like Bharat Maharaj renounced everything for Krishna, made his ashram, started devotional service. But he got attached to the deer, and the deer, at the time of death, he also remembered that deer only. So, like this, if we get attached excessively to anything, we will be occupied by that remembrance at the time of death, because whatever is the most intimately related to us will come to in mind at the time of death. And one more thing, my dear friends, the death state, the old age, will be the normal, not the normal state of our body. It is abnormal. We will be undergoing excessive pain, and so much troubles, diseases. So at that time, adjusting our mind for remembrance will be very difficult if we do not intimately attach to Krishna. So now we have to become full Krishna conscious, 100%. You can't say 1 hour puja, 2 hours chanting, not like that. Do everything. But remember Krishna always, fully, totally. So as the death comes, you should remember Krishna comfortably, and Krishna will take you to wherever you deserve. So this is your future. Your future do not exist in this material world which is full of miseries. You may try to mold your life in any manner, but the miseries will come you and it will trouble you always, one way or another. You may be rich man, poor man is not the question here. Question is whether you are totally happy or not, and you are not. So that is the problem. So now the only way to become happy is our death, and at the time of death, if we remember Krishna, so we will reach Vaikuntha planets, Goloka planets, where there is no misery. It is beyond miseries. So this is what Krishna wants to say. Don't waste your remembrance. Your remembrance is the most precious asset you have. And if you just invest it in all nonsense things, unwanted thinkings, then again you have to take rebirth and you have to undergo the chain of karma and all miseries, all etc. You have experienced enough now. What more you want experience, you tell me. Just look into your life, it will tell you everything. So dear friend, don't repeat the same mistake which you have committed in your last life by experimenting this sort of life, and now get prepared for a complete solution of these miseries. Eradicate it totally from your life and get rid of this material existence and get your spiritual original existence, which is Satchitananda, eternal. It is full of eternity, bliss and knowledge. So that's what Krishna wants to say. Do it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.